Hi, children. Yes, today we are going to talk or we are going to learn a new lesson today, that is heredity as well as evolution. As evolution has been deleted from your new revised syllabus, we shall discuss about heredity and what is sex determination, what are Mendel's laws, and how it has contributed to our genetics. Let us see. First is what is meant by characters or traits, a recognizable feature of a human being or any other organism, like height, complexion, shape of nose and chin, color of eye and hair, etc., are called characters or traits. See, you might have seen that you might have been spoke to your friends that his characters, like his traits or his features, are very different, like his mother's or his father's features or his grandfather's features has been come, right? Has been inherited. So, how this has formed? Because of DNA. The transmission of traits from the parents to their offspring is called as heredity. From the parents, the features which we get from our parent generations, from our forefathers to our parents, from our parents to us, like our nose, our eyes, our hair color, and then whatnot, our earlobes, our skin color, all these, our height, our as well as our complexion, which is known as the skin color, our eyeball color, even whether it is black or brown. Let us see. Yeah, these are nothing but the traits, or these are the traits which comes from our parents. So it is called as heredity. The hereditary information is present in the gametes of the parents. Where does it present? It is present in our gametes, on our parents' gametes. Thus, gamete constitutes the link between one generation and the next and pass on the maternal and paternal characters or traits to the offsprings. What is meant by offspring? The child is or embryo which has been formed by the fertilization is known as the offspring. So there's the gametes. The hereditary information is present in the gametes of the parents actually. Where it is present? It is present in the gametes. So these gametes contains the DNA, which is the hereditary material from the parents to the offsprings. Next, we shall see variations. What are variations? Why do we differ from our parents, or why are we not alike? Even our siblings are also not alike like us, right? They are not exactly the photocopies of our parents. We are not photocopies of our parents. Animals are photocopies of their parents exactly. Why it is so? Especially if here in this context we are talking about human beings, we shall talk only about human beings. The differences in the characters or traits among individuals of a species is called variation, right? The differences in the characters or traits. The offspring is never a true copy of the parent. There are many kinds of variations in human species, like free and attached earlobes. In some cases the earlobe will be attached like this, and in some cases, and in most of the cases, we have free earlobe like this. Okay, different complexions, some will be dark in color, some will be light brown in color, and some will be fair in color, whitish fair, especially Indians, when we talk about Indians. Okay, and if you see different eye color as well, see in the picture he is showing blue colored eye as well as hazel eye color. Hazel eye is like brown, and what are our eye color is, our eyeball color is black. Height, some people may be tall, some people may be short, and some have chin cleft or pointed, right? Some will have this chin cleft. That is, there will be a, what is that called, yeah, a line in this chin, and some will have pointed chin. Hair color, some will have black hair color and some will have brown, some will have blonde hair. Blonde is nothing but like yellowish color. If you see foreigners, they'll have blonde hair color, right? Hair type, some will have curly hair like me, some will have straight hair, right? Yes. Hair type, nose, some will have pointed nose, some will have thin nose, some will have the nose like this. So all these are nothing but traits. Accumulation of variations. How does this variations accumulate? The significance of a variation shows up only if it continues to be inherited by the offspring for several generations. If it is carried from one generation to another generation and from that generation to another generation, then only it gets some significance, right? For example, the great advantage of variation to a species is that it increases the chances of its survival in a changing environment. So, for example, our forefathers might have got some characters, like they used to have uh, hair on this ear pinnas, like, right? That character has not been carried to our parents. So if not, that was not carried to our parents, then we ourselves, our generation will not get such characters. So if there is character which has been carried to the next generations, so that means that character is got some significance. That means it withstood all the adverse conditions. That means it has got some chance to survive in the coming generations. That is why it has got some significance. This is what it means. The great advantage of variation to a species is that it increases the chances of its survival in a changing environment. As you all know, the environment or the weather conditions keeps on changing from one generation to another generation. Before 10 years, the weather condition is not like this, and before 20 to 30 years, it was not like this. Like our parent generation was not like this, as well as our forefather generation was not like this weather condition. So the character which has been carried from one generation to the other generation, that means that character has withstood all the adverse conditions. So it has got some importance in a changing environment. Okay, this is what is the accumulation of variations is. In the next class, we shall see what are the few important terms we will study in this chapter.